So the Polo and the Daihatsu both end on eBay today. So after unsuccessfully trying to sell them via normal means, Gumtree and Facebook, and having no end of I wouldn't call them all time wasters, but just very strange inquiries, and yeah, they're both on eBay now. Obviously eBay can be just as problematic because people put bids in and there isn't enough penalisation for putting a bid on and then just pulling out with no good reason, is there, on eBay? You can bid to your heart's content and just go, oh, my cat jumped on the keyboard while I was asleep. So it really doesn't mean an awful lot when you get a winning bid on it. Now Terios is already at 1,250 quid. Now I paid £700 for this, so I am £550 up, obviously minus eBay fees. So, and we've got the rest of the day to run, so that could easily go into 1,500 quid plus on that, which would be a bonus because we need to cover something on the Polo. So the Polo, I think, owes me £1,800. At the moment it's kicking around, I think, £1,100 or £1,200 on eBay. So again, we've got the rest of the day to run, so if that gets around to 1,500 and this gets around to sort of like 1,500, then actually I could come out of this washing my face. So have your fingers, as always, guys, always ask you to have your fingers crossed for me on this channel, don't I? But fingers crossed I can come out of this clean. And obviously, because I've spent no real time on that at all, the fact that I'm breaking even across the two isn't the end of the world because I don't have a huge amount of time tied up into it. I had a bit of time tied up into that one, but not a huge amount again, because obviously it came to me with a new MOT on it. It went down and just had a little bit of work at Moors, which I didn't do. So all I've got is a couple of hours cleaning in that one, a couple of hours cleaning in that one, obviously plus the time of dealing with the people. So yeah, fingers crossed, come out of this one on my face. But obviously, like I said, that is reliant on the people on eBay going ahead with the purchases, and we know, unfortunately, that is a bit of a problem with eBay. Next on the list of things to offload is the Giulietta, of course, which is a fantastic car. Blooming love it. Drives great. Other than that turbo issue with that lag, it's great. I just don't use the thing. I'm just getting a Swift every single time. So I need to... Actually, I could get this MOT. Let Oz use this for track day, couldn't I? Yeah, so I need to get this... I'll need a new MOT. There's no point trying to sell it without it. Then it just needs a really good clean up, and again, an honest listing saying what the existing faults are with it, and just see where we get there. Again, I got this a really good price. I should come out and wash my face on it. I've had, you know, I've got miles out of it myself, some enjoyment out of it myself, and I haven't spent a huge amount of time on it again. So yeah, excuse the truck. If I can break even on it, I'll be a happy bunny. Now obviously this game isn't about breaking even on cars, but as you can see, I'm making profit on plenty of other cars. It's about not making losses most of the time, and fingers crossed, you know, I think I've only ever had a couple of losses in my time so far, and fingers crossed we can keep it that way. Okay, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So Terios ended at £1,417. So we now need the Polo to do really 1,100 quid or more, and then we should be able to break even on the two cars. The only concerning thing is I've just seen a message in my inbox from the person that won the car asking me if this is petrol or diesel. So I think that tells us everything we need to know about that bid. What a total plum. Just noted as well, they live in London, so they've got an easy 4-hour journey to come here and get the car, 4 hours to get back. I bet they haven't looked how far away I am from them either. Sweet baby Jesus. So it starts. So you've now won the car and asking, will it drive back to London? Is it petrol? And the latest one, can you get it serviced with a new 12-month MOT, please? It's being sold spares or repair with the existing MOT on it. And they message say, can you get it serviced and with a new 12-month MOT, please? What the actual F? And now I'm being absolutely bombarded with messages from this person. Will it drive all the way back to London? What's the service history on it? When was the last service? So I gave it to them. When was the service for that? So I gave it to them. I've just gone to them and said, look, you've won the car now. You just need to be arranging when delivery is and what the payment is. Oh, why are you being so unhelpful and rude? So I've answered all your questions, but you want me to commit to whether the car's going to go back to London or not when I've sold it spares or repair? You're now asking for all this information you should have asked for before making the purchase. Absolute madness. This just reminds me how bad eBay is. And you know, all this person has to do is cancel off the sale, and they'll just be able to go and bid on other stuff afterwards. There's no proper penalty for being like this. So I said to the guy, I need to crack on with work. Let me know all your questions. I'll answer all your questions, and then just give me the date of pickup. So he then messages me and says, well, the faster you get back to me with the questions, the faster I can book a ticket. Will you drive it down to Taunton for me, and then I can pick it up from Taunton? Which is, you know, a 2-hour round trip for me, plus the cost of fuel. I said, no, come to Umberley. I'll bring it to Umberley train station for you. And then he starts again with the questions. Does it have an oil leak? Are you sure it's never been stolen? My God. So I messaged him back on again. As per the messages before you bid on the car, because the guy asked me before he bid on the car, what does spares and repair mean? I said the vehicle has been sold as is, no warranties, no guarantees. It's spares and repair. Anything I tell you is an opinion which I'll then be held liable for. So I'm not going to go through nut and bolt on the car and answer every question about it. If you want a car that's got a guarantee, I said to him, if you want a car that's got a guarantee on it, with a new MOT and a new warranty and blah, 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 you need to buy it retail, and that's $3.5 grand for this car. This car hasn't been offered in that way. You bought it knowing it's been sold spares or repair. So while I'm still fielding questions on the Daihatsu, the latest being, does it whine when you go into fifth, or does it whine continuously in fifth? And I can come down from London, but unless you can say that it's going to drive all the way back to London, I need to know now. The Polo is sold. I just realised I put the wrong blooming MOT date on it. I made it look like it was out of MOT when it's actually got an MOT until March next year. It's sold for $11.70. So between the two of them, we got £2,587.76, obviously minus some fees. But if we just roughly calculate at the moment, I think I'm $1,800 into the Polo and I was $700 into the Daihatsu Terrier. So we're £87 up. I think after fees, we'll have a minor loss. Now, I probably could have made more money on these if I had stuck with selling them on Facebook, I think, because I'm still getting people wanting to view them and so forth. I think these sales will fall through anyway. I don't see them. I don't see them going ahead. At least the Terios one, I don't see going ahead. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll update you later on. Oh my goodness me. This is a lesson to you all. You can see why dealers stick with retailing stuff 2012 and above, and don't get involved in this and stick stuff through a dealer auction. So it continues, telling me what time they're going to be here on a train on Friday. Suddenly turns into, are you a trader? Can you take the car to a local garage and get the problem looked at? And I'm happy to go ahead and get it fixed. And then, is it the input shaft? Is it a bearing? I don't know. I haven't taken it apart. So Mr. Polo, on the other hand, has just messaged me and said, can I have your bank details to make payment, and when would you like me to pick up? So that is looking quite promising on that front. I'm still just getting endless questions on Daihatsu. I don't want to cancel off the order because I don't want to be carrying the fees. I don't know what's going to happen with that. So against my better judgment, I'm due to pick up the young lady who bought the Dacia, what am I talking about? Daihatsu Terios on eBay. I say I've agreed to meet at Umberley train station tomorrow at 12. The messages haven't stopped flooding in, including one that said, oh, if the dent in the bonnet went away, I'd be on cloud 9. So you now want me to not only service and MOT the car you bought on eBay, you want me to get the dent out the bonnet as well, do you? Sweet mother of God. She then said, can you do a fluids check on it before it comes out to me? Now the trouble with it is I just feel like anything I do or commit to doing on it is going to bite me in the ass on this one. Now obviously I've checked the fluid levels already. The coolant and the oil are exactly where they should be. This car had a really good service. It had a serviced just March this year, £180. All the fluids are fantastic colour. It had an oil and filter change then, and the coolant's a lovely pink. But I don't want to say a word because I'm just like, I'm nervous as hell that anything I say is going to come back on me. This person is clearly just out of touch with what they've actually bought for the amount of money they bought it for. And yeah, I think this is going to go south. I think you all know this is going to go south. Comment down below how badly you think this is going to go south. But if anything, it's going to make good content for you guys. Yet again, when she said about the dent in the bonnet, I sent her a message saying, you've bought this car on a spares and repair basis. It's coming to you with no warranties implied or given. Anything that needs to be done on the vehicle after you've taken it away is up to yourself to do. Yeah. I don't know how much clearer I can be. I've said that 3 times now. Before she purchased it, when she initially messaged me after purchasing and started asking stuff, and again last night. I don't know how much clearer I can be on this. Again, I've got absolute faith in this car. I think it will get her to London absolutely fine. I think it'll be a good little runabout. It's a great little car. The person obviously got rid of it because the 5th gear started whirring. But other than that, they were having it serviced and looking after it. It's a cracking little car. I'd love to turn around and say, actually, I've got no concerns at all that it will get you to London. I've got no concerns at all that the gearbox is going to fail on you. It's just going to get noisier over a long period of time. Well, I can't see any of those things. Not especially to this type of person. Anyway, stay tuned. Let's see what happens. The Terios has finally gone. Will it be the last we see of it? I very much doubt it. Now, the lady that came along, I picked her up from the train station. She was lovely. She's super enthusiastic, bouncing off the walls. She's a nice person, but she just wants all the guarantees under the sun about this car. She just couldn't understand. I couldn't give her those guarantees. I said to her, I can't give those guarantees that you're asking for on the stuff that I'm retailing at like $8 grand. I can't say how long anything's going to last on a used car, even a 2016, let alone a 2008 car with nearly 100,000 miles on it. She said, you know, I thought I was going to come and see a really angry guy because of the way you are on eBay. I said, no, the way I was on eBay was trying to make sure you 100% knew what you were doing, that you were buying a car that wasn't coming with warranties or guarantees, that if it did need repairs, it was going to be up to you, and it had an existing fault. I'm not going to sort of over promise and under deliver. I'm going to go the other way, because when she drove the car, she said, actually, that noise is not very noisy at all, is it? And I said, well, it's not. I said, I just wanted to, you know, I wanted people to be aware. I just wanted to, you know, I wanted people to be aware it was there. I said, you were asking questions. I said that, you know, wanting guarantees that it was going to get you back to London and all kinds of other stuff. I said, I just can't give those guarantees. If I put anything down in writing, I'm liable for it. So I can't, you know, if you ask me those questions, I'm going to tell you I don't know. I've got no reason to believe there's any problem with it. I use the car all the time. Do you know what I mean? I use it probably 4 or 5 times to go home and back. Drives great, other than noise in 5th. But I just can't give those guarantees. And this is what frustrates me, because this is where you know you become a dodgy dealer if there's then a problem with the vehicle later on, despite the fact you've gone out of your way to point out what issues it have, what faults it may have, and so forth. And then she tried to negotiate on price, and I said, well, no, you've already bid on eBay. I said, you're given the price on eBay. The price you paid, you know, had on eBay is the price you paid. Now, I don't knock anyone for trying to get a discount, but, you know, that's it. You bid on, you know, eBay is cheap because people bid. You don't put a reserve on it, and what you get is what you get. But when you put that bid in, that's what you're agreeing to pay. And there was no, you know, no misdescription of the vehicle at all. So, it, you know, she pays what she paid for it. And then she prior to purchasing, it must have 3 occasions prior to purchase in email, I put, you understand that any repairs on this car is going to be down to you. You're taking the responsibility to do and fix on it. I'm selling it, you know, we're needing spares repair. She said, oh yeah. And so then she came here and I had a form obviously all written out with that on it. Oh, I don't like the form. I said, well then don't sign it. I said, do not sign the form. Hop in the car, take you back to the train station. No, I don't mean that. It's just the way you're saying it's really for spares or repair. I said, well, that's why I have to put for it, because it does need repair. I said, you know, I'm not selling it to you as a retail car. If you want it as a retail car, we'll go away, we'll warranty it, we'll get the guys to check it over. I said, I've not done all the checks I'd do for a retail car on this. You know, obviously I've tested it to make sure it's, you know, safe and roadworthy and stuff. So yeah, I said, don't sign the form then. I said, I'll take you back to the train station. I wasn't asking about it. I said, no, honestly, if you're unhappy with that, I want you to be happy. You're unhappy. If you have any concerns about that at all, do not sign it. I'll take you back to the train station. You can go home. You're not under any obligation to buy it. But if you do buy it, it's on those terms. That's what I said to her. But I think we already know the score. This is the trouble, is, you know, people are so quick to say dealers are dodgy. The reality is the public want the guarantees you can't give them. When you try and be honest about things, they still go in with rose-tinted glasses, hoping they're going to be the one that swung a car for less than half price that doesn't have any issues on it. She started asking me what MPG it was going to do going back to London, you know, how much was the road tax? I said, well, I don't know. I've not checked the road tax, so that's really something you need to do prior to purchasing the car. Will it be ULZ compliant? I said, I don't know. I haven't checked that. Turned out she had, and it was going to be. But again, you know, these are all things you need to do before you purchase a car. Well, it turned out, speaking to her, that she bid in the last 10 minutes of the car being there. So she had on eBay, she had a quick whiz around it, and that's why she asked all the questions afterwards. Which, you know, again, isn't my problem really. You know, that's there if you do all the research beforehand. So anyway, lessons we have learnt. What have we learnt? We've learnt that you can't sell cars cheaply to the public. I think we already knew that. I just needed it reinforcing for me again. All these cars need to go to auction for other dealers to buy, or to traders. Not selling them cheaply to the public anymore at all. The length of time that sale took doesn't merit the profit at all. I'd have been better off retailing something. So yeah, all my cars, and you know, again, people whinge that, you know, you can't get into dealer auctions anymore to buy cars as a member of the public. Well, this is really it, I'm afraid, because dealers know the score. Anyway, that's my lunch ready. Anyway, thanks for watching as always, much appreciated. Please, if you enjoyed it, please do check if you're subscribed down below. It really helps the channel if you hit that subscribe button, and it helps the channel if you hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. My channel is all about just telling the truth of dealing cars, letting you show it's a day-by-day blog. I know you all have your own opinion. There's the people that jump on and say, oh, as a car dealer, you shouldn't whinge when you have to deal with the public. I think we all whinge about work, don't we, guys? Let's be honest, you all whinge about your bosses, you all whinge about what you do. If you're in consumer land, you whinge about consumers. Doesn't mean they're right. Just, you know, people say, oh, the customer's always right. I'm just trying to show, you know, from a dealer, I'm just trying to show the other side of the business to people, because it's so easy for people to point the fingers and go, dodgy dealers, you know, James knew X could fail on that car, or, you know, Y could fail on that car, or whatever, and didn't tell somebody, and, you know, a month later this happened or that happened, and you just, you know, we're just normal people. We haven't got X-ray vision, we haven't got crystal balls. I'm doing what people are telling dealers to do all the time, which is, you know, I just want a dealer to tell the truth. And I think, you know, the purpose of this video is just to show that even when you tell the truth, you still can't win as a dealer. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. Catch you again soon.